everybody, welcome back to our channel. Yes, I know this is a recipe video, but before I dive into all of the goodies, I just want to come on here, show my face, and then appreciate each and every one of you, all 4,000 plus of you, and all of you that is still going to come to this channel. I want to thank you all for all the love so far. I want to thank you. I want to appreciate you for showing me massive love. Like, you people have made my YouTube journey such a stress-free one. You've given me a lot of things to be thankful for, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for your likes, for your comments, for your shares. Like, recently YouTube started sending me my weekly stuff, like how my channel did in a week, and the shares has been amazing. Like, a lot of you share my videos even without my knowledge. There are lots of shares, there are lots of likes, comments, and so on. I don't even know how to begin, but I want to let you all know that I see it and I appreciate it. Please don't stop doing all of that. Don't stop showing me this love. Just encourage me in a way that I will not stop giving you what you signed up for. Really, thank you so much. Thank you for 4,000 subscribers. Like, oh my god, it's been a short period here on YouTube, and you guys have really blessed me. You have really been a blessing to me. And also, I want to use this opportunity to plead, when you watch my video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. If you like my videos, just leave me a comment. I always reply to comments. I always give you a heart back, okay? So give me a comment, drop me a comment, just so YouTube algorithm can push my video further to the next person. Like, when you comment, YouTube will have reasons to send my videos, to recommend my videos to the next viewers. And in this YouTube street, views are like a priority. We need views to keep on the good work. We need views to like stay on here, to enjoy our time on here. So please, when you're watching, just take a second and click on the like button, click on the comments, and just drop me any comment, and I will sure reply to you, okay? So again, thank you so much for the love. Thank you, and don't stop doing what you're doing. Now let's dive into the video. So to begin with, this is all I have here. Like, I've gone ahead to chop off all the cabbage and all the veggies, okay, because these are like the tedious part of the work. So once I have all of this done, I don't have any problem again, okay? So I grated some carrots. This I'll be using for the spring roll filling, and of course the beef samosa filling. If I have anyone left, I'll use for the chicken filling tomorrow, but I still have some carrots I've not shredded. That's in case I end up using all of these. So these are the cabbage. I've already gone ahead to shred them. And yeah, I have Irish potato. This looks like it's too much, but let's see. I might end up using all of them. Yes, it's in water because I don't want it to change color. If I didn't put it in water, it won't come out this good, okay? It will just get dark or brown, black, I don't know, but it's not going to look this good. So here is the diced carrot I'll be using for the meat pie filling, and of course I have a lot of chopped onions here. These onions I'm going to be using for all three of these. I'm going to use for spring roll filling, samosa filling, and meat pie filling. So I just chopped it in one size, okay? So yeah, I have the beef. So I'm going to like cut this beef in two places, yeah, for the meat pie and for the beef samosa filling. I will need more for the meat pie filling, so I'm just going to like divide it in three and take two parts for the meat pie and one of the parts for the, yeah, this is basically everything. This is all of the stuff I've gone ahead to chop, and I'm just going to start. You can see, because while I was tired and I was sitting in one place, I had to chop all of this and grate the carrots. So now that I'm energized enough, I will just go ahead and start preparing them. You can see how easy that is, because when I got back from the market, I was actually very tired. So now it's time to put all of this and make a very, very yummy filling from them, okay? So we are going to the kitchen, guys. So guys, I'm starting with the spring roll fillings, okay? So this is a vegetable spring roll that we're about to make now. So what you need is to place your pan on a stove, like on your already on stove, okay? So once that is hot, you want to add some vegetable oil. You can as well use coconut oil or any other oil for this for this process. I didn't really use vegetable oil. I used soya oil because that's what I use like for everything, my cooking, my frying, whatever I'm doing. Okay, so I went ahead and added some drops of sesame oil. This particular oil is just for the flavor. Sesame oil has a very rich flavor, so that's what I intend to achieve by adding that. Okay, so while that is just getting hot, I added some ginger. This is grinded ginger, and at this point, if you are the type that always have like grated ginger and garlic, I mean the fresh ones, please go ahead and use it. Like, the flavor is unmatched. I don't just enjoy grating ginger or peeling of garlic and all that, so I use what I'm used to or what I find easy. Okay, so I've added some garlic to that as well, so I'm just going to allow that like the flavor to infuse into the oil. And once that is done, the next thing to add is my onions. So yeah, I'm going to add some of those onion I showed you guys earlier. So I'm adding some, and I'm just going to allow the onions do its thing as well, like just saute it for some few minutes, and that's it. Like, you just want the onions to like relax a little. Okay, so this is me, I'm just trying to stir it just so it doesn't burn, because the garlic I added earlier can easily burn on this pan. So after that, the next thing is to start adding your veggies. You want to start with your cabbage. Like, the cabbage and the carrot goes in together, so I'm just going to add that. So the point here is to add it at interval to enable you to mix it easily. Okay, so I've added some cabbage under, I added some carrots, added some cabbage again, I went in with some more carrots, and I just stir with both hands. Okay, you can see I have two stirring spoon with me, so I'm just trying to mix all of this together. And now the oil under is just going to simmer into it, and all of that is going to do its thing. So I still have some veggies left, and I'm adding them now. Okay, so I went on again with some carrots, and everything is just going to cook together. So if you are doing much, you can go ahead and use a bigger pan or a bigger pot, but this is just enough. Like, it's perfect size for the quantity I'm making today. So what you want to do continuously is to stir. Like, you want to stir continuously, just so all of those garlic and ginger and onion can circulate easily. All of them can mix up in your mix that you are making. Okay, so as you are stirring this, you can see all like the cabbage is just going to start melting, like it's just going to reduce in size. But now you don't want this to get overcooked. You have to be really focused on this. Okay, you don't want this to get overcooked for any reason. Remember, cabbage always release its own water, so the more it's overcooked, the more water it releases. And remember, we are going to like preserve this in the fridge, so you really do not want this to overcook at all. So at this point, I'm just going to start adding my seasoning, and then we continue with what the stirring and all that. So first I introduced was this adobo all-purpose seasoning. Then I went ahead and add some salt. Remember, we already have our ginger and garlic on the base. Okay, so I added some salt. I went to add some chicken seasons. Okay, you can use any seasoning powder or cubes that you are used to, so there's no specific one that can give you a specific taste. Just go ahead and add your regular kitchen seasoning. Okay, so I added that, and I went ahead and add some thyme. You can add some rosemary at this point. You can add some parsley. You can add whatever seasoning that you want to add. So I added some thyme, some curry powder, and yeah, that's basically everything. And I'm just going to stir this quickly. Okay, I'm just going to stir this and then add the other veggies, which is the sweet corn and green peas that I have, some farrows green peas. I'm going to add that in, and that is it. That is all. This process didn't take me up to 10 minutes. I'm not even going to lie. You don't really need much time for this. Like, under 30 minutes you can make your samosa filling and also your spring roll filling. This doesn't take time at all. Remember, we are not like going to allow this cook for too long, so we are basically done for now. Okay, so yeah, I'm adding the extra veggies. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, I added this sweet corn and green peas. You can omit it, it's all depend on you on how much veggies you want to add. Okay, so that is as in like everything. That's all for this particular filling. You might want to go ahead and add some fresh onion. Okay, where I live, getting fresh spring onions is not really an easy thing. Okay, so most of the time I get spring onion, I might not need it at that instant, and when I keep it, it gets spoiled. So this is the exact time, like when you are done, this is the exact time you want to sprinkle, you want to add your spring onions. Like if you have spring onion, this is the time to add it, but you can omit it because I have not been using it because I don't get it easily. But if you add it, if you have it, you can go ahead and add it, and it really gives it this flavor and taste. Of course, it's spring roll, you need some spring onions, so that is that for spring roll. So without wasting much time at all, let's go straight to making our samosa filling. Okay, this is beef samosa. Okay, so just pay attention. This is a very simple process, so just watch and enjoy. Okay, so first you want to add your beef, your minced beef. Okay, I minced this in my food processor, so that's why it's looking like this. If you can get minced beef from the supermarket, go ahead and do that. Okay, but I do buy my fresh beef and just mix it my own way. So this is the beef. You want to add it to your pan. Please, this pan, there's nothing on it, there's no oil whatsoever. This is a dry pan. This is not a pan that has any grease on it. Okay, so this is a dry pan. I added the beef and I'm just trying to like get this all scattered so that I can proceed to whatever I have to do on this. So you want to keep doing that. You can't just walk away because this can burn easily. You want to keep doing that until your meat is well cooked and all grinded. Okay, you don't want the meat to come out in chunk. You just want to keep heating that. But the thing is, if you buy maybe minced meat from the supermarket, the machine they used to mix it might be easier to get this done with. Okay, I do have that machine, but since I bought my food processor, I don't know if you have heard me talk about that food processor, I'm still using the daylight out of it. Okay, so since I bought that, it's a very easy breezy process to do all of this, so I just choose it instead of using my meat mixer. Okay, so one of these days I might use it just so you guys can see the difference. So you just want to continue doing this until your meat is well cooked. Like you start seeing the liquid coming out from the meat, and you see that your beef is just like on a smaller chunk, not really big, so it doesn't bust the whole of your samosa wrap. So you really want this to come out really tiny. Okay, so like you can see, the meat is already changing, like it's now smaller in bits and there's liquid on it. I didn't add any water. Okay, I didn't add any water at all, so the beef have actually developed its own liquid. So I'm just trying to show you the difference between the fresh one and the one that has already been cooked. So you start seeing water, but what you want to do at this point is to keep stirring, so that water that the meat like the liquid from the meat is still going to dry in the meat. Okay, you don't need to sieve it or bring the water out for any reason. I'm just trying to show you how much liquid we have from this meat. So I'm still going to just leave it there, and the meat is going to cook with that water that came out from it. So I'm just going to continue stirring and allow this water to dry up. So this is few minutes later. As you can see, the meat is well dried, like there's no liquid. At this point you want to reduce your heat because it's time to start adding your condiment and you don't want it to get burnt. Okay, so firstly I went ahead with all-purpose seasoning by Adobo, and then I'm just going to add some seasoning powder. This is non powder. Okay, the other one I use for the spring roll filling is actually tasty chicken. chicken, but this one is non beef seasoning. Okay, so I'm just going to stir that in and keep adding my condiments. I'm going to add some thyme, some curry, salt, and I added some ginger powder, which is actually optional, like you don't really have to. So I'm just going to add all of that and keep stirring just to get all of it well cooked in it and well mixed. Okay, please take note, I didn't add all of these ingredients when there was still water in the meat. Okay, I start adding my ingredients after the water have dried up, and I reduced my heat just so it doesn't get burnt. So this is me adding some thyme. I added some curry powder like I mentioned, and I'm just going to give this a good mix. Just keep stirring until everything is well mixed. Okay, so you just want to not see any of the look, like you don't want to see the curry, so you just want to mix so all of it can just marinate in the meat. Okay, so now that we have got that well mixed, I'm going to add my shredded carrots. Yes, I always add veggies at any opportunity I have, so I'm adding some carrots, and I'm going to give this a good mix. Okay, you want to add veggies, it makes it look fine, it makes it look good, and it's also rich. It makes it rich, so in both in taste and anything. Okay, so now I'm going to add some green peas and sweet corn, and this is just me adding more veggies. You can do as much as you want, you can decide not to add, but I always add. Okay, it's nice, it tastes good. So you just want to give this more mix. So for extra flavor, I added some drops of sesame oil. You can also omit this, you can do with coconut oil, depend on you or what you want, and you can omit it, adding oil entirely. Okay, so you just want to give this a good mix. Guys, this is it. You are done. Like, this is as fast as it is. The longer process is just when you are trying to like match your meat and just want it to be in smaller chunks. Okay, but after that process, you are fully done. Like, now I'm going to add some onion, and I don't want this onion to cook for any reason. I don't want it to get soft in any way, so immediately I add this onion, I'm totally done. Like, I don't want the onion to cook, so at this point we are done. So how does this look? Do you like how this look? This looks so fine, and it tastes amazing as well. So for the condiments, you can add whatever you are interested in, what you like to use. You can add some baja, you can add anything at all, but for me, for my business, this is what I use, and it really comes out nice. It tastes really good. Okay, so don't worry about your meat, it is well cooked. Remember, it's minced meat, so you don't have a problem with that. At this point, we are done, guys, so let's go and see what we created. So trust me to bring you back to the table to show you the beautiful things that we have created today. Yes, the samosa, beef samosa filling looking all good, and yes, the vegetable spring roll filling looking all amazing. So of course I'm going to be preserving this. I'm using this bag, but I totally end up using Ziploc bag because I noticed I didn't have enough of this bag, and I'll be needing the bag for my samosa and spring roll that I'm going to make. So I went ahead and used some Ziploc bag. But guys, how does this look? This looks really nice. Okay, so this is everything I have, and remember I said I'll be making some chicken samosa filling tomorrow. That will complete it to be 4, because we already have 4 spring roll bags. So guys, I want to sincerely say thank you for watching. Thank you. Don't forget to leave me a like and also a comment. Have a blessed day. Bye.
I no go stop, I no go settle. My light is never